We should be almost good to go. What time is it? I'm kind of hoping we stay above the 40s here. Is the goal. Just trying to make sure all my settings are working correctly. Think the speaker's fine. Yeah. Should be good. Just trying to make sure microphone was loud enough. So I was pretty much interested in the long as soon as we kind of got above this consolidation here. We've been in this long for, I don't know, 15 minutes, 10 minutes for a little bit. Ever since this first breakout candle. So what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 candles. So about 35 minutes. We've actually been in this this trade for quite a while. We're anticipating the 30s to kind of hold up. You can see we did have a little, that almost got me, actually. I was right below the VWAP. Almost got me. All right. Good deal. Good deal. It's just trying to make sure everything's working properly is all. I have so much going on the PC over here. So what we're going to be targeting is the previous day high up there. So I would even be okay if we kind of build out some more consolidation to get a pop up here to 207. I want to say the only thing is we're running into basically we're kind of got order blocks stack on top of order blocks today. So you're going to run into this area up here. What's that, Wes? Oh, you did? Nice. I just started trading a few minutes ago. We're just, me, we're just doing evals. Had some little longs up here. What is that? Shoot, 140-point long. I mean, that's a lot of points. I didn't consider a trade until we started breaking back above this previous swing. And that's kind of where we, like, as you can see, that's where we took our long at. Just let's see. I'm looking for 207 to get hit. Now, was that strictly a sim account, Wes, or were you trading on a demo account? Still demo? Just trying to adjust the size of this. So if you look like I'm shrinking, it's because I'm making it smaller. Just trying to have more chart than I am to. I can't really like see how big it is whenever I'm looking at it. Let's see. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's pretty good. If you're putting that much work in your demo account, that's usually probably the best way to do it. Shoot, I think we're trading, I don't know how many accounts we're trading at the moment. I swear it's a lot. I'm almost to the point where I feel overwhelmed in how many accounts we're trading because I feel like I just can't really focus on one account and it's just with accounts. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we're trading 13 different accounts. So usually during the daytime, we're usually kind of rotating through them. But most days, the most that we'll get in. I'm almost to the point where I think I'm ready to just copy trade some because there's just so many to trade. And I'm still working on trying to get 5 funded with Luciv, but we only gotten one. We got 5 or 6 funded with Bulinox. We got 4 that's active. I need $500 more to get another funded with my funded futures, and we're working on 2 of those. So just so much. But I think everything doesn't really have a renewal on it, so I don't have to worry about month to month type of counts or none of that stuff. So once I get them, I have them. Today's trading session really wasn't all that great today, guys. I traded a little bit on the my funded futures this morning, and um, didn't really take a lot of trades. I think I took a couple. Pretty much the same thing that's been going on all week where I'd be holding runners and they pretty much get stopped out because we're going up, 20, 30 points and then just pulling back. We were having a hard time just getting follow through. And we've been pretty much stuck in this range since last Wednesday where we were making lower highs down on the hourly candle. And now we're pushing back up to try to get through this order block. Really, we're not going to get more clean action until we get back above 750s. If we can't get back above 750s, this crappy price action is going to continue. Who are you looking to trying to when you do your eval stuff? Who are you looking? Are you going to do a cash account, Wes? Are you going to do a actual like prop firm account? Yeah, I wasn't sure what your goal was to do there. It's live trading, but it's just on evaluation accounts. I don't trade any funded accounts during the Asia markets. Pretty much during the Asia markets, I like to work on evals, and so that's all we do is we just work on evals during the Asia market. Um, we do get decent movement some nights. We've had some okay movement tonight. We've had 100 point move to the top side. Right now, I am looking for the end goal here is hopefully to get up to 707. So, but you know how it is in the Asia market, man. We could sit here and just consolidate. I'm hoping at the top of the hour here that we'll get our next move up. Sorry, Wes, if you keep seeing my picture move around, I'm trying to adjust that where it's a sometimes I can't tell how big it is on the stream. I don't guess I've ever looked. I don't think I ever looked. What's that, Dose? Uh, yeah, but we didn't take a lot today since we were just consolidating most of this morning. I tried a few little trades back and forth on an eval on my funded futures. No funded trades today. Wonder why? Oh, okay. I was like, why isn't that thing popping? Poppity pop pop. Let's see if we can. All right, I think that's good. Just kind of adjusting little settings while we're waiting here at the top of the hour. Hopefully, the top of the hour will give us a decent move here, guys. We will see. Let's say, right. Like I said, I'm still adjusting settings because we changed so much stuff in the last few days. So I think we're good. All right, we'll go back to this scene here. What time is it? All right, we got less than 2 minutes to the top of the hour. This is where we're looking for hopefully a trade, a bigger trade to the top side. So if you are, now be careful if I'm not going to do break even on an eval trade HD. It's okay. If it was a funded, maybe, but being an eval trade, I'm okay to come back and just. I am break even because I've already entered in four. I've sold four contracts already, so even 20 points in the negative is a break even trade. I'm just risking the profits that we did make. That's all we're doing. 35 is kind of my line in the sand here, though. If I feel like we're going to lose 35s, we'll just close the trade. Or I may even add back in if we pull back down and retest the 35s to. You want to see. You kind of want to see all these wicks here, see if they'll hold us up here or not. If it pulls back and kind of wait, let me get my other. See, what is that? 41. We'll just kind of watch it off the Rico candles and see what happens with the Rico candles. I want to say we could possibly get a 36 pullback here. And we may even do an add-in at 35.36 if we pull back to retest 35.36. What we're hoping for, if I pull fib, I'm hoping that this is just a 50% mark here for anybody that likes to pull fib on this stuff. So no, just 40%, even better. A lot of times the 40 to 50% is what you're looking for back on the pullbacks. So you're kind of hoping that this is the leg for us to start making higher lows here on the 5 minutes. So new low, we broke, the previous low, broke the previous high, pullback 40 to 50%. So you're kind of hoping that this is the pullback, the bottom of the leg, for hopefully for us to continue higher here. But in the Asia market, there's always the good old consolidation. Let's see if this thing can continue higher here. What's up, trader? How are you doing tonight? Christian, how are you doing tonight? Tris trader. Pretty good so far tonight. We've been like I said, man, we've been in this trade for a long time now. We actually bought this first initial green breakout candle here, and we've been, just like I said, consolidating for the last 35 minutes. I'm hoping that the breakout's going to continue. I hope this consolidation support here is going to hold. We build another consolidation support here, and we just work our way up to that previous day high up there at 707. So that's kind of what we're looking for this evening. But as anybody knows, that when you trade the Asian market, that this crap could take all night long. We need to get us another print above 50 here. We can get us another print above 50, then start wicking into this stuff here. Kind of like what you saw us do right here, where we printed above here, and you can see we just kept pushing back, pushing back, pushing back. And now you want to see the same thing with another candle where it pushes above, then possibly just wick into it, work our way up. And I don't know if that's just what we're going to get tonight or if we're going to get a big, nice move like this. So, so you want to see this candle right here kind of stay above the 50s where, you know, find support here above this consolidation period. Or maybe a wick down to, test the waters one more time. Then kind of like where you saw this wick right here where it kind of wicked through it and just couldn't find the enough sellers to get through here. I haven't really put on my final target. I just don't know if we get up there. I mean, this area has just been such a pain in the butt. So I think I've showed it multiple times. If you go back the last 8 days, this is the same area that we have been just stuck here. I'm hoping that we're going to build enough support here that we're working our way up to have a big September going into October or something. I think with the being an election year here in the US that I think they're going to start seeing the bigger move pop off, and plus towards the end of the year, the last quarter of the year with the holidays coming up. So I want to say we had a big sell off last November before we had our big run. So November was we had a big sell off last November, like 2,000 points. I think it's either September or the end of October. I went back and looked at it. I was curious the last time we had it. Then remember, we pretty much had a huge run all the way up until October. Then I want to say May, we finally got a decent pullback. So we were on a crazy run there for a while. March was a tough month too. Last March was. A lot of people struggled. I know I struggled a little bit last March too. I think we did get payouts last March. The hardest month that I feel like I struggled in was May. I feel like May has been my hardest month. May and this August. My August has been off a little bit because I'm still trying to adjust to my trading times are kind of a little bit different now since I'm on the My Funded Futures from in the morning time. So it's a little bit harder to focus on my funded accounts sometimes. And plus I went out of town for a week, and a lot of times I don't trade on my funded accounts when I'm out of town. So I feel like I've missed out on a lot of trading this month, unfortunately. So I got to adjust to trading my fundeds during the morning sessions, even when I'm not on my stream. It's a little difficult sometimes to try to focus on fundeds, especially on My Funded Futures sometimes, because you're trying to listen to what the other hosts are saying. A lot of times I'm watching the chat and there's just a lot going on. So that's why a lot of times I'm just mainly focus on evals some of those mornings. But even the price action really hasn't been that great to even trade funded accounts. So like this morning, it's crazy. How often do you see? I mean, dude, look at this morning's open. We finally did get some moves, but man, look at these candles this morning. I'd imagine if you go to the higher time frame, it was probably just one big stick. That was one thing I was, telling everyone this morning is do not hold trades. That's what's been getting me on a lot of my profit is I'm looking for the bigger moves and we're just not getting the follow through. If you're getting 20, 30 points, just take your 20, 30 points and probably get out, especially during the New York session. You've been getting a lot of like 20, 30, 40 points with a freaking 30, 40 point pullback. Like the candles are just not clean. Like it's and if you're in heavy, it will just wreck your account right off the rip. I mean, you don't really think about one mini with 30, 40 points as $1,000. So it's making it very difficult if you're going in heavy. All right, so we are getting this where we need this candles to consolidate above this area. And I think it'll offer like another entry here too, as long as we stay above here. Just keep making these lower highs. So, I'm hoping we get up there to that previous day high and we get that pop. You know what I'm saying? Like you ever see those sometimes we get that previous day high and it just doesn't hit it. It just blasts through it. So just get the pop through. Dun, 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 dun. We may go to break even now since we are through this mess here. Well, what we'll do is we will stay on the bottom of this leg here. So oh. Wes, how much are you trying to make on your accounts? Like you said, you're trading demo accounts. How much are you making on your demo accounts to consider pass? Like I said, I'm still, if you see my sizes changing, we're still just kind of messing with the stuff here. A little bit. Don't want to be too small. Don't want to be too small. Was trying to make it on the vertical ones where we can have more charts instead of the whole bottom of the page just being where it shows like the camera in the background. So I already had a second camera, so I used a second camera to set it up like that, where I can just do away with the complete background on the vertical. The only thing is, I don't think I can do it on the TikTok version. I mean, I would almost have to have a third camera to do it, to completely remove the background. So, uh, trying to see where that's. Oh, that's West. Mm. So that's normal. You hit the 75. Well, what it is, if you look to the left here, pretty much you hit these two wicks here. Scoot it in so you can see. It's a good thing about Asian market. We pretty much will just bang off the wicks all the way up. So you can almost tell where it's going to run into resistance. Especially if you're looking at some higher time frames like the 15 minutes or the hourly or the 4 hour. Um, like I said, we are still in a bearish order block. The next target that we may have to get through here is 680. So 680 is kind of going to be the next tough target to get through. We can mark that out, and that's off of the hourly there. So don't take a trade into the 680 there. If this thing can give us another pullback, I wouldn't mind adding one more contract to this if we could. Let's see here. I'm sorry, Wes, I didn't see you. Starting at $500 and getting to 3,500, but I'm mainly doing demos for the psychology to fix my revenge trading, over leveraging. Yeah, if 25Ks and 50Ks, it's so easy to over leverage. You don't really think about it is, but man, just 5 micros will eat up a 50K like nothing pretty quick. It's the same with 25Ks. Just 2 to 3 micros will eat up a 50K real quick too. Shorted? No, S-Dub, no. I'm already in long, man. We can't. I'll have to look into the short in a minute. You don't think we're gonna have the mojo to run up to 29,700? Not right now. Ah, you evil. The evil 700s. Those 700s have been evil for the last 8 days, man. we'll I will give it at least 10 points. As long as the 50s hold up, we will hold our long. But if I feel like we're going to lose the 50s, we will take our profits, then adjust accordingly. As long as we stay above all these 5 minute candles, I'm okay with holding my long. But I know as soon as we start losing the 50s, it's probably coming back. But I'm gonna go with the 50s as my line in the sand here. How have you been, S Dub? I don't know if I've seen you in a minute. You've been doing pretty good. Or you been busy with work and stuff? I think don't you go to work in the evenings, S Dub? Or is that the daytime you go to work? I can't remember. I know you said you usually trade and work and are trading from your vehicle or a laptop or something. You're looking for 760 there? Woof. I'd be happy if we can just get 700 here, actually. We're going to put it there just in case we pop up there. Just in case. I know 80s is going to be another tough target to get through. I'm trying to look at the hourly candle here. Let's see. We could just hit the 80s and just come on back. The Jackson Hole created Seek and Destroy today. Yeah, it was definitely a Seek and Destroy type day. That's what's been happening to me a lot lately is the follow through has sucked lately. And I'd be up 20, 30 points, not taking profit like now. And basically it just comes back and take my profit. This is your favorite short pattern? Oh, you've just been busy. All right, we're going to at least lock in a few more points on the runner here. Oh, nice. 1,000 point swing. Wow, that's insane. I think I've only ever had that many points one time. We did have a little gap fill here. I'm not sure. You said take a look into the CDF accounts. I don't know if I've ever heard of Hero FX. That's new to me. Mm, what account could we trade on here? All right, we will set up a count to take a short into with the SW if we feel like it's coming. All right, we're going to switch over to elusive eval. So I have it on my other charts here. The count that you're trading here is just a Bewley account. What target are you looking for to the downside, Wes? Maybe you get 49 at least here. It's all good. We were fading ourselves with the S dub. I just had to switch over with you. I told you I was gonna get short with you. I just couldn't do it on that account. Oh goodness. We'll just put this one at break even. I think if I'm looking at Rico's, let's see, Rico's is probably coming back up to 55 here. Let's see. We'll just give up a few of the points. I know what Rico candles is. May get stopped out here. I'm not going to give back with the few contracts that we did sold. That was next target 44. That's a good thing about Rico is you can see every single bounce coming. So 55 would have to hold on the push back up here. So 44 is the 21. 55 is your 9 where we entered. And if we push through 44, you're going to get another bounce at 39, 38. Which makes sense. It's right there on top of all that. A lot of times that's what you'll see me doing with these Rico candles since they pretty much will bounce 5 points every time they get hit. That's where a lot of times you see me have arresting orders sitting on top of those Rico levels. So like if you had a resting order sitting at 44, you would have easily got your 5 points. What is the RQ? I'm not sure if I know what the R that Or is that supposed to be NQ? 100X. What we can do is just, all right. Bought and sold one more contract. I did lose a little bit of my stuff, but we were able to buy and sell one more contract. I was trying to get that 55. Dude, I mean, it's really bouncing off of these Rico levels. Look, see the 55 right there? That's why I said 55. It's like pretty plain. 44. These are just, so what did I say? Next level on here is going to be, you want to see a bounce probably at 39, 38. So, but if we lose 55, it's probably coming back up. I'm going to probably keep my stop loss there right above 55. I may even add, if it does come back up there, is probably what we'll do. Get up there. Like I said, if it comes back to 55, we may add if it holds. Ah, shoot. I didn't want to go in with 3. Yeah, we don't want to lose 55. Lose 55, it's just coming back up. All right, runner got stopped out. All right, let me get off my Lucif account. We're on 5-minute time frame. What time is it here? This is what, a new 30-minute candle? Yeah, so runner got stopped out. All right, we're no longer in a position at the moment. 55 on the pullback. We may look for 5 more points. I'm not officially buying into like shorts unless we break back below 35. I mean, I don't mind scalping for like my 5 or 10 points, kind of like what we're doing now, but holding differently. So I won't let myself hold just to come back down. I'd rather just get stopped out. I want to say if you're looking at the hourly, it has to get through the 80. If I looked at the hourly, I would have saw that 43 was the bottom. I just saw that on the hourly. I didn't look at the hourly candle whenever we were shorting that. If I did, we would have saw that this is your hourly candle here. So we pretty much pull back into these wicks. A lot of times we always bounce off wicks on the hourly candle. Unfortunately, we can't chase this now. So unfortunately, we're kind of back to just sitting on our hands. You never know, man. You still could get your move. It may not happen till top of the hour. Mhm. Nope. Are you still holding your short, S Dub? You're riding it up to 690. Nice. That's kind of the area I was targeting earlier whenever we were long, way down there in the 40s. But I got stopped out on the runner. I tried a short on a different account. We pretty much are back at break even. Actually, I think after fees, we may be in the red $7. We're actually in the red $7, but not a big deal. Let's see what kind of bounce we get here off of 39 first. You should be able to tell if you're going to get through there if we break through that 39 or break that previous low. Um, I almost want to take a scalp play off the 38 or like a little and give it 5 or 10 points. The pullback up here, you need to see 53 to 55 hold. Be off of that wick there. If you can break through that 38 to 35, you may get your push down there, S-dub. See if we can get us a little 5-point bounce off the 38, 39 area. That's also an hourly wick sitting there that I don't think we bounced off yet on the reversal. Yeah, 39. Then right under that, what you'll have the previous day close, current day mid, current open, VWAP. So there's a lot sitting at 35 too. What's up, Trading 25? S-Dub's like, show me the Benjamins. Oh, goodness. What's up, Timothy? How have you been? We're good. Been a lot of sitting on my hands lately with the crappy price action that we've been getting some days. Best part of it, we go through phases where price action's not that great, so I may look for a scalp off of 39 for 5 points. For 5 or 10 points. This is the area you need to hold for the push back up where we have the one line. I am currently not in any position. We're just, like I said, we're just kind of sitting on our hands. We tried the short on the elusive while ago, pretty much break even trade, and we're only up like $50, I think, on the Bewley long that we were in a while ago. When when the stream started. So other than that, we're just kind of sitting here waiting. I don't really want to buy in the middle. So we will wait. Yes, the market has definitely been crazy, man. We have been stuck in the same area for 8 days now. 8 days. We started this area last Wednesday on a bearish order block. And until we get back above 750, the price action is going to continue to suck. It's like, get away. Gotta get away from the 750s, man. We really need to get above the 750s. I was hoping the Nvidia numbers was going to get us up there, but they did not. I heard Nvidia numbers like it wasn't even a really big move from the Nvidia. It was only like 80 points is what Methodical told me. So it wasn't even that one 200 point move that you usually get on Nvidia numbers. Short closed on Nvidia. Oh, you were short on Nvidia? What time is it? What is that? A new 15-minute candle? Oh. Dude, some of this price action in the early beginning of the short positions. Okay. Yeah, some of this price action that we've been getting in the Asia market, it's just so hit and miss, man. It seems like whenever I'm trading in Asia, it's like we're constantly just consolidating. Then as soon as I get off, we'll get the big move because I'll go back and look. It always comes like at 11, 12 o'clock at night. But by then, I'm already like asleep. Do, do, do. Is anybody else in a trade besides SW? Is anybody else in long, short? Is anybody fading anybody? I think SW is looking for shorts. I'm pretty sure there was some guys that were looking for longs a while ago. Somebody was looking for 90. I think someone had put in the chat that they were looking for 90 to get hit. So, I like the 1 hour chart. I watched the 1 hour chart. I like watching it for highs and lows and order blocks. Highs and lows in the order blocks, guys. There's this is the guy causing all the mess right here. This was created last Wednesday on the 26th. We had this big push down. Then we've been stuck. We've been stuck in this area here. We cannot get back above this freaking order block. So, and this what really sucks is whenever the hour is kind of like you get a lot of consolidation whenever you got two order blocks on top of each other in an hourly candle. So, The craziness, man. Once we get above the 750s, we should get a big, nice move. I mean, we had this huge leg that, look at these open gaps left up here on the hourly candle. So don't know when that's going to come, but I'm hoping eventually. And this is on the hourly. Whenever I was in my long, we were actually targeting this long up here to the 706s. So that's kind of what we were looking for the hourly candle to run its previous high there. Like I said, we're still just kind of sitting on our hands. Um, we're just chopping back and forth. Pretty much the only thing that's really offering is what do you want to say, scalping if you're just playing the highs and lows of the range. So just try not to, just be careful trying to buy breakouts. That's usually what gets people on these range plays. Because that's usually what gets me too, is I'm trying to time the freaking breakout, and most time I always end up buying like one or two moves too early. Then we finally get the breakout, and so these are hard trades to time the breakouts. You usually get yourself in trouble. So, oh, you see a retractment before you see the big squeeze up. Mm. Okay, so you're thinking maybe we squeeze down before we break back above those 750s. I know I've been waiting all week for us to get back above those 750s. It seemed like every day S dub. I'm like, come on, 750, get up there so we can get out of this area. Oh goodness. It's cost me profit too because I'll be holding trades, man. You're looking so oh, so you're looking for 629 must hold for the bulls. Okay. Yeah, most definitely for that pushback down, the bulls are got to hold on to the 630s. We may not even get anything else tonight, guys. Unfortunately, we're already out of our position, and heck, it's already almost 10 o'clock. I want to be careful about entering some of this stuff because I don't want to get stuck in a trade where I'm stuck in it for an hour and I'm like falling asleep. So I like to, if I'm gonna get in trades at night, I like to for it to be between 7 and 8 o'clock my time. That way it gives me like, up to an hour of even holding it or looking for a profit target or get stopped out as we did earlier. So there's nothing worse than getting stuck in a trade in the Asia market and you don't go anywhere till freaking 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. So, uh, what's your line in the sand for the shorts, SW? You said you were holding those shorts. What is your line in the sand, SW, before you close your position? So, Woo. Oh, your stop loss hit. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not going to re-enter, so all we can do is watch it. I know we had to get through the 680s here, and you got that hourly high. I don't know if we get another possible entry if we pull back down to the 60s. I mean, I don't mind some scalping if we pull back down to the 60s, looking for like 5 points or so in a runner. I know we would, if we could run the maybe 707s, I wouldn't mind something up there, but man, I don't want to enter here just in case it does pop. So I feel like I've already missed my long, so I don't want to chase now. I feel like if I'm chasing here, I'm just chasing at the top. So um, we just ran the previous hourly high, 68. You going to try another short? Nice. This is what it feels like watching this market, guys. Just want to take a nap and someone come and get me when we start moving. Oh goodness. Hmm. Do we get a little bounce here off the 64s? That's the 9 EMA for the Rico candles, which we've already kind of tapped into those Rico candles multiple times. So usually they don't hold very well the second time down. So are you talking about the overnight? I'm not really sure here, Timothy, just because we've been stuck in this area here for so long. I'm not really sure what the end game is for the night. I know as right now we're not in any trade. Like I said, I'm not going to chase this, even if it goes up to 29,700. I mean, maybe a short off of the previous day high. I'm usually not a big fan of the previous day trading around previous day high. Usually, I feel like that's usually some of the worst price action when you get up here around that previous day high. So, very, very slow trading session. Yeah, pretty good tonight. We just been sitting on our hands. We tried a long, we tried a short, break even on the short. the long we're up about $50 on the Bewley eval. All right, so we're getting a new 1 hour, 4 hour candles here. So maybe this will be the previous day high here. Maximum. 3 wins, 2 losses. Nice. As long as the wins are bigger than the losses. Yeah. I just try to keep from burning my accounts whenever we're trading the Asia market here. So where's that hourly candle at right there? Let's see. Yeah, 708. Let's see if we can wick up there. Oh, did you get your 690 tattoo? Nice. I know. I didn't want to chase, man. There's no chasing for me tonight. I get myself in trouble when we start chasing. I'm just going to wait and see if we're going to run the 707s here. Maybe, unless it just pops here at the 707s. Wouldn't mind seeing a little wick and a retracement back down off of the previous day high here. Sounds good, S-Dub. Have a great evening. Mm. Nice, nice tattoo for holding your trade, man. We'll get another. We'll hang out till about 10:30. If nothing happens within now and 10:30, that'll probably be it for me tonight. So I'm waiting to see if we can run the 700s or 707. I mean, it's 20 points, but heck, man, this thing could take forever to get up 20 points. Let's say you said 29.65. Oh, so you still got 3 contracts left in there, tattoo? Damn, nice. Hey, hey, hey. All right, 17 more points, guys. Can we get 17 more points to run that previous day high? I want to see a wick above previous day high, then maybe pull back 20, 30 points. Maybe we can short the previous day high. We just got to make sure it doesn't blast through the previous day high, because sometimes that thing will blast through the previous day high and not come back down and just keep trucking up. But that usually most of the time happens in the New York session. Doesn't usually happen a lot in the Asia market, but it can get through there. So Asia market can be kind of weird. You don't really know what kind of price action you're going to end up with. So it'll go from like a grindy, barely moving, and it'll get to that level, then just pop. Like it'll just get a burst of orders or something, and it just blasts through that previous day high instead of a nice clean wick above it, then pull back 10, 15, 20 points. So let's see where. Oh my goodness. I guess if we could maybe pull back test 75 to 60, maybe we can look for a scalp play. Hmm. Yeah, I know. I see that flat bottom there too. That's why I was wondering if we would pull back out and take out that flat bottom on the 5 minutes. That's why I was like, I'm hoping we would at least run the previous day high up there, then pull back to take that out. Maybe hit the 700s, get a little pullback to the 75. Ooh, it found a little bit of mojo. Where did that get to? It's minus 97. Come on. Push it. Now, is that flat bottom also on the NQ or is it only on the MNQ? A lot of times, if it's not on the NQ, you won't get the same reaction on the MNQ, unfortunately. Oh, it's on the NQ as well? Okay, nice. All right, so maybe we can look for a possible short up there if we can run that. I'm waiting for us to at least kind of go up there and tag the 707s. We may even put a filler trade up there just to see. Ooh, 15-minute flat bottom also. Ooh, that sounds pretty good. Push it. Like I said, guys, we've been sitting on our hands since we got stopped out. What time is it here? 9:09. So, or 10 o'clock. Like I said, I just don't want to get trapped in a trade where I'm freaking sitting in a trade all night, or it's just. So that's the only thing about joining here. It could just we got this nice little leg pull up, but then time you jump in, we can just be straight consolidation all night. Get on up there. I wish it'd just go and push through the 700s, then come back down. Hmm. Hmm. Ah. Where is that at? Hmm. Let's see if it pulls back. We'll take a quick scalp. Yeah, I was hoping that we would push up there through that previous day high up there, Wes, so we can kind of see what happens there. Mm. What do we got? Less than a minute left on this candle, so uh no, I haven't been back in the longs, West, since I got stopped out a while ago. Yeah, very true there, Nate. That's pretty much what it's been doing to us for the last freaking 7 or 8 days. So I haven't been in the long since the beginning of the stream, Wes. We took the long and we took the short. And that was pretty much it. So The short ended up being break even. We're actually in the red, and we're up, like I said, 50, $60 from that long earlier. And other than that, we've just been kind of just sitting on our hands. Hmm. What's up, XD? How are you doing tonight? Or D3, how are you doing? Shoot, this thing may not be coming back down. I wonder if this is going to be a breakout candle here above 700. Yeah, definitely left a lot of profit on the table last night. I mean, tonight. So, like I said, 63 in the one we've been trading, and here's the one that the short we tried earlier with fees. It cost me $7, so we're actually $7 in the red from that short. So that's pretty much where we're at tonight on the accounts. It's been a really slow, grindy night, guys. I mean, if you missed the entries, just really did not want to chase. So I just figured just sit on the sidelines. I don't want to get myself in trouble. There's nothing worse than getting yourself in trouble in the Asian market and you mess up your accounts. I may risk my $60 up here if we go up here and sweep the 707s and come back down. Oh, excuse me. Like I said, guys, we're probably only gonna hang out till 10:30 tonight, and because we'll be back up early in the morning for the New York session. Maybe Friday it will just give us some blasting price action. The I got this one eval that I've been trying to get to funded. It's one of my funded futures accounts, man. We still need like $500 on that thing. We've also started 150K too that we want to find some good trades on too that we haven't been able to trade the last few days. I need to make up for some lost time on that. So it's gonna take a while to play pass that thing. You have to make so much money to pass it. Come on, push on up there. Give us the 707s, 708s. Tattoo's holding for some nice profits, man. He's so are you still in this trade there, Tattoo? Gross. Hmm. You got 20 minutes left on this hourly candle. It's hard to believe that the next, well, actually 40 minutes that it can't push above 708. All right. You're riding it out. No real pullbacks. I'm curious what's going to happen here at this. Uh, I'm kind of curious what happens with the 707 if we just sweep it with a big pullback down to like, you know, 80 or so. That's kind of what I'm looking for. I like the pullback down to 670. Hmm. Get on down there. Maybe what, 87? Kind of curious what's going to happen with 87 here. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Let's see. What were you saying? 677, then 630. Yeah, that's what I was. That was the first target on Rico candles was at 87 there that we had marked out. If you get through, if it starts coming back down, we should get down to 80 on this next push. How much time? Almost. I'm gonna wait and see what happens with this next 5 minute candle. I hate that we have not swept that previous day high. Like it's like, come on, just sweep that thing so then we can get our little pullback. Sweep it. Hmm. Push it. We ain't asking for much here. Push it. Uh, this is Bulanox that we're taking trades on. We're trading 3 or 4 different prop firms. So usually Bulanox, Take Profit Trader, My Funded Futures, Lucive, and I just opened a day trader account because they were on sale, but unfortunately, um, that crap is not on Ninja Trader. All right, get down there. We've been like trying to scalp 5 or 10 points here and there off the 700s since we've still been rejecting off that 700 level. I was hoping to get a nice little push up above the 707s is what I wanted to see. If we can get through the 87s, you should get a pullback to at least 80, I think. Mm. Oh, my back. Not sure where that sound came from. All right. We're about 2 minutes away from a new 30-minute candle, so maybe our 30-minute candle will get us pushed down to 80. Maybe that one last push down to 80, then we can continue moving higher here. I didn't really pull fib on here to see if this what the percentage of a pullback we did on this leg. Let's see here. Yeah, 50% is all the way down to 72. So this is where we want to see it push down to 77 to kind of clear out the wick. There's no wick on that candle. And a lot of times whenever there's no wick, and plus you got an imbalance gap. I know you got to zoom in to see it. I can't tell where that wick is. Is that, let's see. Shoot. All right. Come on, 80. 80, 80. We should get a bounce at 80. We bust through the 80s, you're looking at 70. $87 for the pullback up. All right. Those are the levels that we're looking for bounces off of. Get down there. Like I said, guys, we have been scalping 5 points here and there off the 700s. I didn't have the right account selected, but 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 we are still shorting this. I think this was the second one. Like I said, we were scalping 5 points off of that 700 up there. So we were looking. I was more or less hoping we would be able to short off of the previous day high, but we did not push up there. So, but I also like to target flat bottom candles. Someone said there's one on the 15-minute too, which I didn't really look at the 15-minute time frame. This is just off the 5-minute time frame. But sometimes you got to be aware if it's not on the NQ, it doesn't always work when you're on the what do you want to call it? The MNQ. So should get a little bounce here. I'm not sure what kind of bounce. All right. Nope, it blasted it. All right, so next bounce. So there's your wick on the candle. I will try a filler trade here. Actually, I may even downsize to 2 contracts because I don't want to give back all my profit here. Now, this is only 2 contracts. This is only 2 micros. Let's see, 71. I'm only looking for 5 points and runners off these contracts. We may not get the push because this is the top of the 4-hour high of the previous 4 hours here at 70. So If this pushes back up to 84 or before it comes down and touch 70, we won't take this. Get down there. Like I said, we won't hold this more than 10 so points, guys. This is only 2 micros, so damn, where could we go if the 67 be the next target? Remember, this is only 2 micros, guys. We're not in very heavy on this trade. May get a 79 pullback. That's kind of the hmm. Through 67, you may get a pullback to 55, but we will not hold it down there. So just so you're aware, I'm not going to give back a bunch of my profits. So 10 points is max for me here. So this 61 area is probably max. Got about 40 seconds left on a new 5 hour or 5 minute candle. What time is it too? Okay. I just want to make sure it's not a top of the hour type candle. All right, here comes new 5 minute candle. Want to see a little bit of pullback, at least at 80 here. watch my profit. If we lose this, like I said, 55 is your next bounce spot here. I mean, I guess I could give it 5 more points and do one add-in here. Nancy Scorsese. Remember, guys, we are not in these contracts very heavy. We're just in this 2 micros. So right now we're just costing us 40 bucks on our eval on this trade. What's up, Future Pro? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, we got the 4-hour candle here also. $55 is my last line in the sand here. So if we can't hold 55, we will close. Son of a bee. Gonna have to close. Hmm. I put the wrong amount of contracts on there. It's supposed to have been 1 contract, and I freaking went in 2. Hmm. We're giving back all of our profits. We're down to like 40 bucks. This is why a lot of times I like to get off, because this is usually what happens. All right, I gotta close that. We're, like I said, we're down to, yeah, get back our profits. All right, guys, that'll have to be it for me. Like I said, we pretty much gave back our profits on that loss. Unfortunately, I didn't think we'd get that big of a pullback. I was thinking like 70s or 60s, then we would make maybe a run to the higher part, but it did not happen. As soon as I get out of this trade, it's probably, like I said, going to pull back up. That's the way it usually goes. All right, guys. Everyone have a good evening. So, and we will see you guys in the morning for the New York session. Hmm. See if we can get a push back up to 45 here. I mean, 55. Usually on Ricos, after it runs like through all your EMAs, you get at least a little pullback up to what here would be the 55 to 60. All right, guys, everyone have a great evening, and we will see you guys for the New York session.